Hi, thanks for watching. This is Andy Norton, and this is a playthrough of Marvel Champions, the living card game, against Expert MaGog with the Temporal modular set. That's the one with the T-Rex from Kang. And I'm using Eva Ayala, who is also known as the White Tiger. And she's a custom hero that I created. And I'm playing with her kind of starter deck style protection deck. And it's looking for a perfect defense. So we're really looking to perfectly defend Magog's attacks, which makes sense too, because if he deals any damage, he adds ratings counters to the champion, and that's how he's going to win. And so we want to prevent that whenever possible. So, all right, so I think we're all ready to go. There should be one threat here on Melee in the Mojo ZM. White Tiger has been teleported into a bizarre arena where she must fight for the audience's entertainment and her life. The challenger starts at 0, champion starts at 0, Magog has 10 hit points, Ava has 10 hit points, and that's it. So we'll draw up. So we got 6 cards here for her alter ego hand size. So she's drawing up a Genius, Nick Fury, Taunt, which is that new card that makes the villain attack you from the Angel set, and Black Widow. And then she has her defense event, Summon the Tiger, and she has an attack and stun event called Cunning Ambush, which we actually might want to play. So to start off, Nick Fury in this instance is really not someone we want, so we're going to discard him. And I don't think we want to taunt, but so Cunning Ambush, I'll just read this right now. It says, deal 2 damage to an enemy, 3 damage instead if you pay for this card using a mental resource. You may discard a skill or tactic card from your hand to stun that enemy. And luckily, Taunt is a tactic. So let's hold on to both of those. Let's hold on to both of these. Let's hold on to Summon the Tiger just in case we don't spend that card, because it's such a good card for helping her defend. So let's just do that. We're going to mulligan, draw 1. Claws Out is another attack event for her. And now to start off the game, she has Academy Training, and so she says, interrupt. When your turn begins, choose to draw 1 card or get +2 recovery until the end of the phase. So I'm going to go ahead and just choose to draw a card here at the beginning of the game. Makes sense. Armored Vest, that's great. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip to hero form, White Tiger. And I think I do want to, if I could stun and use Taunt attack him, use Taunt to stun him, and then spend maybe these 3 to play Black Widow. Well, I don't need Summon the Tiger though, because he'll be stunned. I could hold on to the Armored Vest, I guess. Nah, let's do that. Let's try that. So we will go ahead and do that. We'll just attack using Claws Out to pay for Cunning Ambush, which unfortunately is just gonna be 2 damage because it's not a mental resource. So he goes down to 8. And then I'll discard Taunt. So I'm also going to taunt him as I do that, and that's going to stun him. He's just so stunned by my taunting abilities. And then I'll spend these 3 for Black Widow and hope that he doesn't get a card that makes him attack. Cool. And then she's not going to thwart. I will just attack for 2. I could have used her Tiger Amulet here. Her Tiger Amulet says, when you use one of your basic powers, exhaust Tiger Amulet and take 1 damage, you get +1 to that power until the end of the round. But I don't need to take damage right now. So I'm done. So he's down to 6 health. And we're going to draw up to our hand size of 5. Cool. We drew into Strength of Will, which is her thwarting event, one of her thwarting events. Power Man, which is her ally. Tiger Strike, which is another attack event, and Jump Flip. So on his turn, he's going to add 2 threat to the main scheme. It goes up by 2 every turn. And then he would attack, but he's stunned. So now we just have to deal with his encounter card. Stage Fright. You are confused. Place 2 threat on the main scheme. It would be 4 if there were more counters on the challengers. It kind of helps them catch it back up with us. But it's just going to be 2, so it puts us up to 5. Luckily, it does not pop the main scheme. However, we are confused. Let me grab that. So we're confused. Okay, cool. I think to start this turn, I think what we want to do is probably thwart to remove our confused. Thwart with Black Widow to remove 2 threat down to 3. And then I think the best thing to do here, well, 2 different options. We could play the Armored Vest And then we could thwart for 3, or we could just play Armored Man, or Power Man. Let's play the Armored Vest, and let's thwart for 3 with Strength of Will. Strength of Will is similar to Cunning Ambush. It says, remove 2 threat from a scheme. 3 instead, if you pay for this card using a physical resource, you may discard a skill or tactic card from your hand to confuse the villain. So I'll use the wild resource from Tiger Strike to remove 3 threat. Unfortunately, I had no skill or tactic cards in my hand, so I couldn't confuse them there. And then I think I will... I'm tempted to flip down. I think I'll flip down. I'll flip down to Alter Ego. Hope that he doesn't scheme enough here. So I'll draw up to 6 now. And yeah, and we've got Black Widow, so we can hypothetically, skip in advance if we need to. So he'll add 2, he'll thwart, or he'll scheme for 1 plus 0. That was in advance. So 3 threat on the main. It's not bad at all. And then the encounter card's gonna be Assault, which will surge into Ancient Warrior, who has Quick Strike, but luckily I'm in Alter Ego, so no damage. All right, my turn. I'm gonna use her Academy training to draw a card. All right, what do we want to do here? I think we really want... I think we want Power Man. I think we want Way of the... or Judoka skill. Yeah, probably that. So we'll spend 2 to play Judoka skill, which is the one that, reduces his attack. And we'll spend 1, 2, 3 for Power Man. And he comes in with 3 chi counters. So he says he enters with 3 chi counters. When a hero uses one of their basic powers, remove a chi counter from Power Man. That hero gets +1 to that power for this use. Limit once per phase. So I really want to use that for her defending. I'll flip to hero form. I think I will just attack and kill the Ancient Warrior. And Power Man will thwart for 2, bring that down to 1. We'll ready back up, draw 5. And then that will go back up to 3. He's attacking me now. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this. So her ability says, when an enemy, Skilled Hunter, when an enemy initiates an attack against you, choose to deal 2 damage to that enemy or draw 1 card. Limit once per phase. So I will go ahead and draw a card here. And he's attacking for 3. I think I'll defend for 1, 2, 3. I'll use her Tiger Amulet. I'll take a damage. So now she's defending for 4. And I'll use Judoka skill. So he's attacking for just 1. So he attacks for 1. Ancient Warrior was a 0, but now I'm stunned, which is really annoying. Okay, so no damage though. Surprise Contender. That's not good. That's not fun. So he just comes into play. He's got 7 hit points, which is a lot of hit points. And I have no attack cards in my hand, which is unfortunate. I think I'm... Wow. Wait. When a card is revealed from the encounter deck, exhaust Black Widow and spend a mental resource. Cancel the effects of that card and discard it. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and just do that. So I'll spend Unflappable, exhaust her to get a new card. Gang up. So he's attacking me. Shoot. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. So he's just going to attack me and deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the T-Rex. So I'm down to 3 hit points. Wow. And that's going to add 2 counters to the champion. The crowd roars. Whoops, this should be on booing. And that should be on booing. But they do roar some approval of his actions there. Eesh, that was not good. Not fun. Oh, shoot. Yeah, and I'm a little bit of a pickle here. I feel like I might have misspent some of my cards, but that's all right. I think I got to do Strength of Will this turn. So why don't I go ahead and play Unflappable. Spend Quincarrier to play Strength of Will, which will just remove 2, not 3. But then I can discard Taunt. So I'll taunt some more again. Even though I just got punched in the face, I still can say something like, I can do this all day. So he's confused. And then I'll flip down to Alter Ego so I can heal up. Gosh, that's tough. That was a tough one. All right. So now I draw back up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's gonna add 2 threat. he would scheme, but he's confused. And now the card is advance. So he's going to scheme again. Is it worth skipping this? With Black Widow. Is it worth it? Probably. So I'll exhaust her. I'll spend Way of the Tiger. And we'll get a new card. Ancient Warrior. That's not a bad one at all. So that was probably worthwhile. On her turn, I'm going to give her the +2 recovery instead of the draw a card. And that will allow me to recover for 5 up to 8. So it uses her Academy training for recovery purposes. I'll flip up. I'm going to use Claws Out. Claws Out is a 0-cost attack. Your attacks gain piercing, deal 1 damage to an enemy. For each physical resource you use to overpay, you can deal 2 additional damage to that enemy. But I'm just going to play it for 0, which actually will clear her stun, which is a fun way to use that. All right, and then I will also use Judoka skill to play Hard to Ignore. I think Power Man will go ahead and thwart for 2. And I'm going to hold on to these 2 cards because Summon the Tiger is phenomenal. So I'll go into the villain phase like that. So on his turn, he's going to add 2 threat to the main, so it's back up to 3. He's attacking. I could trigger her Skilled Hunter, but I'm going to save her Skilled Hunter ability to deal 2 damage to Ancient Warrior. So I'm going to hang on to that. He's attacking for 3. I will overpay for Summon the Tiger. So Summon the Tiger says when your hero defends against an attack, it gets +2 defense for that attack. If you overpay for this card using an energy resource, ready your hero and draw 1 card. So I'll defend, but then I'll use Summon the Tiger, overpaying, draws me a card. I'm readied. I'm defending for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to use one of his counters to increase that to 6. And now he's attacking for 3, 0. Gosh. So no damage. I'll use Hard to Ignore to remove a threat. And I'll use Unflappable to draw a card. So since I didn't use the ability, I could deal 2 damage. I'm tempted to... No, I could jump flip, but I don't have any energy resources. So I'll just use the 2 damage on him to kill him. Now his encounter card is Break a Leg. You are stunned again, and I take 2 damage. It would have been 4 if I had more. I could have placed Radiance counters. I'm not going to do that. So break a leg. He just kind of breaks my leg there. All right. I probably should try and stun him. Unfortunately, I have a pretty bad hand, actually. Actually, a really pretty terrible hand. I could stun him. Well, no. That's what I'll do. Is actually I'll just play Cunning Ambush just to break my stun. Actually, I think that's what I'll do. And then I'll spend on Unflappable to play Hard to Ignore, and then I will, I think, thwart. And I'm gonna use my Tiger Amulet to make that 2 thwart instead of 1. I take a damage, so it goes down to 0. And I've got a jump flip in hand. Let me double check. I think I've used all my taunts. Let me see. So I've got, taunt. No, there's one more taunt in the deck. So check this out. I'm gonna flip down to Alter Ego and then ready back up. And so here's my thinking is that if I can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I just decked out. But the cool thing is I think we've seen both of the advance, and I just drew into a taunt. So I can flip back up and actually taunt him if I want to. Yeah. That was, I'm not sure if I loved all my choices there, but that's fine. We'll go with this. I just don't know if I'm gonna get healed up this turn, but we'll see. Okay, so for him, he's gonna add 1, 2, and then he'll scheme for 1 plus 2, so it goes up to 5. Happy to see that as a boost. Shadow of the Past. So first encounter card is Pump Up the Crowds. Pump it louder. 4 threat, and if the champion was on cheering, it would have gotten 1 more. And then Time Portal, which also have 2 threat. When that one's defeated, it gets shuffled into the deck. Okay, so we need some threat removal. On my turn, I think what I'll do actually is draw a card instead of get the +2 heal. I've got another Taunt. I think I will do some Taunt action. So let me flip up to hero form. I've got my other Hard to Ignore. That's pretty awesome. So I think what I'll do is spend Avenger's Mansion to play Hard to Ignore. I'll spend Armored Vest to play Taunt. So check this out. The villain attacks you. Other characters cannot defend against this attack. Draw 3 cards. So I immediately draw 1, 2, 3 cards, and her ability triggers again, so I'll draw another card. So I'm up to Cunning Ambush. I only have jump flips, no Summon the Tigers. He's attacking me. I will go ahead and I'll defend. I'll defend for 1, 2, 3. He's attacking for 3. I think I'll use not Judoka. I think I'll use one of Power Man's abilities. So now I'm defending for 4. And so then he attacks, and he's attacking for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take no damage. Triple Hard to Ignore is going to bring this down to 2. I was ready with a jump flip, which would have also removed 2 threat if I had an energy. Well, I didn't actually have an energy, so that's actually probably good. Unflappable is going to draw a card, and that was that attack. So still my turn. Let's see. So now I still have a bunch of, Strength of Will. That'll help a lot. So let's see. I think what I want to do, this is a little bit scary, but I think I'm going to lose my allies. Here's what I'll do. I have skill. I have a skill. Okay, so I'll spend Jump Flip, Cunning Ambush to deal him 2 damage. And I'll discard Taunt. So I'll taunt him again to stun him. Then I'm going to use Jump Flip, Strength of Will to remove 3 threat from Pump Up the Crowds, and discard Judoka skill to confuse him. So now he's stunned and confused. Black Widow will thwart Pump Up the Crowds, which is going to now place a Radiance counter on the challengers. And then Power Man is going to thwart and get rid of Time Portal, which will shuffle back into the deck. And then that will be my turn. So I will ready back up. I'm going to keep strength and energy and hopefully draw into some stuff to use them. Tiger Strike, that's good. Way of the Tiger, that's great. So on his turn, he adds 2 threat. He would attack, but he's stunned. And now, let's see what card comes out. Chitauri Soldier. That's not bad at all. Don't mind that one bit because I've got Tiger Strike. So, cool. So on my turn, what I can do is actually spend Strength to play Way of the Tiger, which is, says exhaust Way of the Tiger, generate a wild resource for an event. So then I'll exhaust that with Energy to play Tiger Strike. Tiger Strike says deal 6 damage to an enemy. If you pay for this card using an energy resource, which I did 3 times, this attack gains piercing and overkill. So I'm going to attack him, deals 3 damage to him. 3 damage goes past to MaGog, so he's just down to 1. Just down to 1. I will then, I think I have to thwart. So I'll thwart for 1, down to 3. And then I'll flip to Alter Ego. And there we go. So I'm going to keep Taunt. I'm going to draw up. I don't know why. Oh, shoot. Okay. That's good. I mean, I have a great taunting hand. Unfortunately, I can't recover because I need to be ready to defend with the taunt. So that's unfortunate. He adds 2 threat on his turn up to 5. He would scheme, but he's confused. He's got Surge of Aggression. I don't mind that at all because he's at 1 health. So cool. Let's see. Okay, so for me now on my turn, I will draw a card actually because I'm not going to heal yet. So I'm going to still be at a dangerous level of just 5. But I'm going to flip up I think I'll spend Unflappable and Claws out to play Way of the Tiger. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Way of the Tiger to play Taunt. So he's attacking me. I'll draw 3 cards with Taunt. 1, 2, 3. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to use my Skilled Hunter ability. Instead of drawing, I'm going to deal 2 damage to him, which will defeat him. And so he comes in with 10. That removes this. It gives me 2 from defeating him. So it's going to put me up to 4 Radiance counters. And deals me an encounter card. Cool. And now he's still attacking me for 3, though. And I'm defending. I can defend for 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and use Way of the Tiger to do Summon the Tiger. So now I'm readied, and I draw a card, and I'm defending for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm fine with just doing that, because now he'll attack me for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so if he'd attacked me for 6, I could have done Jump Flip to remove 2 more threat as well. But I'm just going to do this. I'll remove 3 with Hard to Ignores, down to 2. Unflappable draws me a card. All right, I've still got a bunch of stuff to do here. So Nick Fury's really not the best in this deck because, I don't want to take damage and give him counters, but I guess it could still be worth it. So, I could go like this. Yeah, what about actually 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Nick Fury, who can honestly, I guess discard or deal. I'll have him deal 4 damage to him, down to 6, and I'll then attack. I hate to do this, but I'm going to attack with Cunning Ambush, using Summon the Tiger to deal 2 damage, and I'll discard Judoka skill, so it's going to stun him. And then I will, I think, honestly, attack. So it defeats him again. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see Surprise Contender at this exact moment. So I'll thwart for 2 and attack for 2. I just don't want Surprise Contender to come out without me being able to defeat it. So that's me. He's stunned, and I've got Nick Fury. So I've got kind of a lot of things set up in case he attacks me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On his turn, he's going to add 2 threat. He would attack, but he's stunned. So now we have 2 encounter cards. Wrath of the Tiger. This one says exhaust Tiger Amulet. It can't be readied, and treat your identities printed text boxes if it were blank. In Alter Ego, I can remove it by exhausting. That stinks. Okay, so Wrath of the Tiger. Hate that one. Jolt of Adrenaline. So he has Retaliate 1 and Stalwart. Again, I don't mind that. So that's really fine. So Nick Fury goes here. So it's back to me. Interesting choices here. I have Strength of Will, but I don't have. I have a lot of interesting choices here. I think what I actually want to do is maybe spend. I just kind of want to kill him, but I don't know. What if I actually spent 1, 2, 3. I don't love this, but 1, 2, 3 for Quincarrier. Do I need Quincarrier? That's whatever. I'll do Quincarrier. Quincarrier is going to thwart for 2. And then I'm going to flip to Alter Ego and exhaust to get rid of Wrath of the Tiger. So it's gone. I think that's fine. If he schemes out here, that's really not the worst. I'm decking out, though, which is a problem. So I have another encounter card to deal with. Okay, let's see what he's got. I really got to heal up. I'm playing right on the edge here. So he'll add 2 threat to the main scheme, and he will scheme for 1. +1. So he's going to be up to 4. And then we'll have 2 cards coming out here. I still don't know why I'm drawing up, but so his cards are going to be Exhaustion. No, that's so bad. Defend the Title. So just when revealed, alter ego, just straight up place 2 counters on the champion. And then let's see what his other card is. Time Portal again. Not a big deal. Although it could be if I don't have any other way to remove threat. So yeah, we'll see. Okay. All right. So my cards are going to be, I have Unflappable, I have Crouching Tiger, I have Strength of Will, yeah, Taunt, yeah, Cunning Ambush, and Summon the Tiger. That's actually a solid hand. So on my turn, instead of getting +2 rec like I wanted, I'm going to have to just draw a card. Jump flip is fine. I'm going to flip up. I wish I could, I could taunt him. That would be really super, I wouldn't gain enough out of that. So instead what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip up. I definitely want to thwart with a couple different things. So I think what I'll do is I'll use Way of the Tiger to do Crouching Tiger, removing all, I'll just do 1 Way of the Tiger, move it down to 1. I'll then use the other Way of the Tiger to play Strength of Will, removing threat from here, and I'll Taunt to confuse him. So now he's confused. Maybe I should have stunned him, but this is fine. Yeah, and I am going to attack him now. So I'll do this to Cunning Ambush to deal 3 damage to him. That defeats him. Oh, crud. No, I don't want to do that. I'm going to hold on to that. I just do not want to see the one guy at this exact moment. So I'm going to just let him be. I'll just discard and I'll draw. So now I have a Cunning Ambush still in hand. I have Jump Flip. I have a Nick Fury who could really help me take out the Surprise Contender. I just can't afford to have Surprise Contender like out there and attack me. So on his turn, he's going to add 2 threat up to 3. He attacks me. I will draw a card. No hand. I think I'm not going to draw a card. I'm going to hold off because who knows? Maybe this would be an attack. No, I'll draw the card. I'll draw the card. Claws out. He's attacking me. I'll use Way of the Tiger to play Summon the Tiger so as I defend. So now I'm defending for 5. I will just defend for 5. No, I'll use a Judoka. No, I won't. I'll defend for 5. He attacks for 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take no damage. 3 hard to ignores to remove all the threat from the main scheme. Unflappable to draw a card. This should have drawn me a card as well. So I should have 7 cards in hand because I drew 1 from this, and then I used Way of the Tiger, Summon the Tiger, and I used Unflappable, right? Yeah, because I had 5 in hand. I drew 1 more. I played Summon the Tiger, which gave me another 1. And then, yep, cool. Unflappable. So now the encounter card is going to be Long Shot. Yeah, it's a little freebie there. That's helpful. Under Fire. Okay, cool. Under Fire, we decked out, so he's got an acceleration counter now. And now I'm looking at 2 more encounter cards to deal with, which could kill me. Or do some nasty stuff at least. So, let's see. He's still got Retaliate. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Why did I even do the Taunt? He's Stalwart. So the Confused is nothing. Wow. Interesting. That was sad. Needlessly did that. So 2 cards now. One is Caught Off Guard. It's not like I don't have a ton of cards I could potentially discard. So, weirdly enough, I think I'm going to actually discard Unflappable. Because, let's see. Is there one? Or is one in my discard already? No, I'll discard Hard to Ignore. I've got so many of them. And then the other one's going to be Advance. Shoot. So he schemes. That's fine, because I actually removed so much with Hard to Ignore. He thwarts for 4. Wow. What's the Surprise Contender? So he goes back up to 4 threat on the main, which is a little annoying because I have to remove 1 now. Okay, so now here's what I'm going to do. I am going to start by attacking with White Tiger, I think. Oh, this is good, actually. So White Tiger will attack for 2. Defeats him. That's going to remove this. The Retaliate still hits me for 1 damage, I think. That's going to give me a Radiance counter. This is going to give me 2, so I'm going to go up to 7, which is going to deal me an encounter card, but also is going to give me Surprise Contender. And so there we go. But this flips to the cheering side, which is what gets Surprise Contender. Okay, so now let's see, how do we defeat this guy? Well, I think I'll just go ahead and do Quincarrier, Way of the Tiger, and Jump Flip to do Claws Out for 7 damage to straight up kill Surprise Contender. And when that's defeated, I actually gain 2 Radiance counters. Wait, I could almost kill this dude. I could really come close to killing him. Oh, I think I can do it. I'm going to do it right now. Energy, Cunning Ambush, Black Widow to play Nick Fury. I'm going to use his ability to deal 4 damage to MaGog, so he's down to 6. He and Longshot will both attack, bringing him down to 2. And then what happens is I ready back up. I draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On his turn, I forgot about this, but he goes up to 6, which is going to then, up to 7 actually, which removes all of these from here. He places 2 counters on here, and so he flips to this. I draw a card, but then he's attacking me, and I'm going to use Skilled Hunter to deal 2 damage to him as he attacks me, which is going to finish him off, and that gives us up to 11 counters. So they're really cheering for us as we use our Skilled Hunter ability to knock out MaGog. Good game. He's done. Hope you enjoyed that playthrough. Hope you were able to see just a little bit of what she's capable of, and just a fun of perfect defense, especially with Taunt in the mix. And so, yeah, thanks for watching.